my drop top down. Calling up my digits in my Motorola, and I'm speeding like I robbed someone. Falling and I'm a whip, yeah. Out in Fairfax, going hard in the pit, yeah. I still ball on the pitch, yeah. Something wrong with the picture. Something is wrong with the way, and I don't know why. Why you need to lie? Something is wrong with the way, and I don't know why. How do you get by? You've been away way longer than I'm used to. You started hanging with a new crew, talking to my friends like that's something that I'm used to. I never cash else, I just wanted him to lose you. Now it's like damn, puffing on the bush at Uncle Sam's. Who'd have thought that he would understand? And I just never fall out, I just wanna win. I'm in it for the long run, I do this on my fam. Yeah, I'm down for the long run now. Red Corvette and my drop top down. Calling up my digits in my Motorola, and I'm speeding like I robbed someone. Falling and I'm a whip, yeah. Out in Fairfax, going hard in the pit, yeah. I still ball on the pitch, yeah. Something wrong with the picture. Something's wrong with the way, and I don't know why. Why you need to lie? Yeah, something is wrong with the way, and I don't know why. Why? How do you get by? You lie. Why do you lie? Why? Why do you lie? Oh, you lie. Why do you lie? You lie. Oh, why? Why? Yeah, in the stove, on the corner of my road. I should've took the boat. Yeah, I could've took the boat. Yeah, I'll be in a fuss. All my friends going up. Yeah, who's the real plug now? I guess that might be us now. Yeah, always on the road, I never home. Got a couple bands on my own. Now they really calling up my phone. Now they really wish that I was home. But I don't wanna party on my own. I don't wanna feel so alone. I made a couple bands on my own. Now all they wanna do is pay for it. They don't wanna see me get money. And they don't want nothing to do with peace. I jump up in that whip, they call police. I'm driving, yeah, I'm speeding on a leash. Yeah. Oh Lord, way to go. Agents on my phone. We be on the road like we on the boat. Yeah. Right or wrong, I don't even know. All my conscience gone. I don't even know. All my conscience gone. Oh Lord, way to go. Agents on my phone. We be on the road like we on the boat. Yeah. Right or wrong, I don't even know. All my conscience gone. I don't even know. All my conscience gone. Yeah, at the store, on the corner.
Do something.
Yeah, I could've took the boat. Yeah, I could've took the boat. Yeah, I'll be in the bus. All my friends going up.
There are no wounds or injuries. I'd better call for Watson. Perhaps Holmes will find a way to free the... Help! Perhaps Holmes will find a way to free this poor man.
Please help me. My leg.
My name is Dr.
help!
Watson. Let me examine you.
It hurts.
There's some extreme bruising. No bones appear to be broken. I think that an improvised bandage will do for now. One moment, and I'll fetch what I need. Now, let me apply the bandage. I need something else besides rope.
Help!
I need something else besides. I need something else.
Help! Thank you, Doctor. Ah! Thank you, Doctor. Some...
We just go no, 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 no. No, we can't come close, come close. Got it for the low, 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 low. Waited for the 6, but it's going slow-mo. Yeah, don't go, don't go. I just can't come close, come close. I'm looking for the logo, logo. No, I don't wanna postpone, postpone. Yeah, whip it, flip it. I just wanna get it. Going all in and I won't stop winning. Whip it, flip it. I just wanna get it. Let it all go and I won't stop winning. No, I don't wanna hear about your front. Lot of bad stories coming out of one joint. I met a true bookie in the state of my mind. I don't know a lot of rules coming over for the type. But I don't wanna fight. I just wanna die. Do it for the money, do it for the price. Take it like a man up. I don't take it fight. Put money on the table like a Russian with a fight. Let's go no, 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 no. Come close,
Over here! Over here!
I just wanna get it, let it all go and I won't stop winning.
Help!
No, can't come close, got it for the low, waited for the 6, but it's going slow.
This area's unsafe. Move away.
Please! Help! Don't worry, I'm okay.
I see no visible injuries. Perhaps I could use ammonia.
Oh, my head. Oh, I feel dizzy. Help!
All this money coming in and yeah, of course the limo riding. I just hope to keep my focus how I live about it. No, 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 it can't come close, come close. Got it for the low, 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 low. Waited for the 6, but it's going slow-mo, yeah.
Please move to a safer area, sir. I would have died if not for you. Help! Oh, my shoulder.
I'd better call for Watson.
Thanks for your help. Oh, my shoulder.
I'm a doctor. Will you allow me to look at your shoulder?
Thank you for your help. Thank you for your help.
Please, help!
Oh, what a terror!
Holmes, it appears the police have arrested someone. Perhaps it is the person responsible for this disaster. What do you make of this accident, Holmes?
Oh, what a mess. Let me go. You're talking nonsense.
Insulting a police constable, eh? That's quite enough.
What's happening here, Constable?
Mr. Holmes, this gentleman here is the fellow who built the scaffolding which collapsed and caused this accident.
That ain't true.
How were you hurt?
This hammer hit me on the leg.
How?
It flew out from the scaffolding I put up. When the damn thing collapsed, the hammer flew out and cost me
You
leg.
were standing over there at the time.
Oh, aye. Yeah, that's right.
So it would not have been possible for him to bring the scaffolding down, Constable?
Perhaps it was poorly constructed.
Oh, right. Yes, of course. And what made it fall? Perhaps it was you, waving around that rotten stick of yours.
You'll wind up getting a taste of it if you carry on like this.
One moment, Constable. The scaffolding here has been entirely dislodged. It is unlikely that this disaster could have been the fault of this gentleman. Allow me to inspect the area. And if you could possibly be of use, close off the surrounding section. Do not grant anyone access, nor allow them to leave. Is that quite clear?
Absolutely, Mr. Holmes.
This accident is a little unusual. I need to concentrate on the details.
I must include all the participants in the accident sequence. The rope holding the bunting was torn apart. A large section of it is now missing. This cab hit the scaffold and caused it to fall. A common phaeton. An uncommon location. This horse was blinded by the flag, causing it to bolt into the window. The overturned lamps may well have caused the fire and explosion. A dead driver, another victim of the explosion. This cab was set on fire by the explosion at the lamp shop. Might I ask you some questions regarding the accident?
No, you can't. Go away.
Might I ask you some questions regarding...
No.
This jaunting car would be capable of traveling at great speed. Might I ask you some questions regarding the accident?
It all happened so quickly. There was an explosion and my horse startled and threw me back against those wardrobes.
The pumpkins fell here after the sprung cart collided. Good day to you, sir. Would you mind answering some questions? I'm investigating this accident. Are you the driver of this cart?
Yeah. I was transporting vegetables from my farm to the London market.
What can you tell me about the accident?
I don't know. There was a collision, I felt the ground, I come over all dizzy.
What did you collide with?
That contraption up in front of me. He stopped all of a sudden and I tried to avoid him, but I wasn't quick enough.
Do you have any idea what might have caused this cab to stop so sharply?
No idea.
An old sprung cart, which has seen better days. This mechanism played a part in the accident, I'm sure of it. No, it wasn't like that.
Então, isso para quê, cara?
No, it wasn't like that. No, it wasn't like... No, it wasn't like that. The old gas lamps in this square have been upgraded to electricity. A puddle of water and electricity, a deadly combination. A puddle of water and electricity, a deadly combination. The old gas lamps in this square have been upgraded to electricity. That's it. This technical cab was involved in this tragic accident. This carriage was struck by the scaffold when it fell. Might I ask you some questions regarding the accident?
Please. Not now. I'm in shock.
This is an absolute disaster. This is an absolute disaster.
My poor leg. Those wardrobes felt like dominoes.
Eight. That was good. Te kiezen.
That's it. The axe was catapulted by the scaffold, and it landed here. I believe I've enough information about this accident. Now let's recreate the sequence of events. must include all the participants in the accident sequence. All the participants in the accident sequence. All the participants in the accident sequence. All the participants in the accident sequence.
That's it.
The technical cab's sudden halt caused this disaster, but the lamppost fell down afterwards. So why did the cab stop? Might I ask you some questions regarding the accident?
It all happened so quickly. There was an explosion and...
Might I ask you some questions regarding the accident?
No.
What a bloody carnage!
This is an absolute disaster.
There's a metal strapping. This cab was painted recently. This cab was painted recently. There is some text underneath the paint here. Could be important. I'll need to find a way to remove this fresh paint.
This is an absolute disaster.
Celebratory bunting. Celebratory bunting. The axe was catapulted by the scaffold and it landed here. Tattoo. I suspect it's from a gang. This man was killed by electricity, as shown by the distinct... This man was armed with a revolver. Webley, I suspect. Rasco, yes, and... A piece of fabric drenched in solvent. Some kind of solvent. A pneumatic hammer. Mud. Oof, smells bad. Underground Electric Railways Company of London.
This is an absolute disaster.
This crank has been turned. Might I ask you some questions regarding the accident?
Please. Not now.
Might I ask...
What a bloody carnage!
Might I ask you some questions regarding the...
It all happened so quickly.
The driver is dead. He was killed by the explosion.
I've not seen a traffic accident like this before.
My poor leg.
There is some electrical wiring here beneath the manhole. There's no space for this lockpick. There's no space for this... An open bottle of cheap wine. A single glass containing traces of alcohol. I can see the technical cab very well from here. I've not seen such a device before.
Tu já.
The electrical charge which affected the technical cab came from here. Might I ask you some...
Holmes, I was looking for you. I have an idea about the accident.
Never mind. This one is murder.
What?
What?
You? You're the murderer,
You're
eh?
off your head.
Are you sure, Holmes?
Oh yes, a murder and an accident, because the killer, by electrocuting the cab, created this chaos. And so this multiple crash is now our great chance.
Our great chance? Of what, Holmes?
The culprit could not have planned for this to happen, don't you see? And it is possible that he is still here due to the prompt arrival of the police. Now I see 5 men who could be our murderer. Let us take a look at the map.
Dicas da próxima lenda. As bombas sempre deve ser. Não tenho muito gás.
My poor leg.
Mas foi umas cenas por aí, às vezes.
That's it.
What do you make of this accident, Hope? I've not seen a traffic accident like this before.
My poor leg. Constable, I suspect 3 people here. Take them to Scotland Yard for questioning.
As long as I don't leave empty-handed, all's good and well.
I know that look, Holmes. Have you found something new?
That's right. In order to trap the cab, the killer must have known the precise route it would take. Or even, that could suggest the cab must have set out not far from here, in this very street, perhaps.
Remarkable. Holmes, I'm terribly sorry, but I must go to the hospital now to help tend to the wounded.
I understand, Watson.
But don't forget our earlier discussion. About Kate.
Ah, Mr. Holmes, we have a slight problem.
What happened?
One of the suspects, Mr. Reginald Butcher, has escaped. It was after we asked him to put his belongings in the evidence room. I'm sorry.
How did he escape?
He hit me in the face. Took me by surprise, you know, otherwise I,
Of course. That's all?
Just before he left the yard, he shouted, "Sorry, I'll come back later."
Sorry, I'll come back later.
He could have said that without punching me.
Is Inspector Lestrade here?
No, he will be absent for a couple of days. Can we keep this incident between us?
This pen is an expensive one, but it isn't new.
Reginald Butcher had problems with his job.
The initials MB. This letter from yesterday perhaps explains why Butcher was in such a hurry. At any rate, I now have an exact address. Reginald Butcher is fond of sweets. My life has changed thanks to Pastor Gordon and my faith. Thick leather gloves. They're probably insulating.
Murad. Quite a popular brand of cigarette.
Thick leather gloves. They're probably insulating. Whiskey. Of poor quality. A book. Karl Heinzen's 1848 Der Mord, with a bookmark. This terrible passage is apparently appreciated by Garrett. Electrical wires. Please, escort this suspect for interrogation. Good day to you. My name is Sherlock Holmes, and I am assisting the police with their investigation.
I'm Benjamin Fowler, and I was arrested by mistake. I swear it.
You have not been arrested, Mr. Fowler. You are here as a witness.
Oh, but I saw nothing. I swear. Let me go.
Parket. Parkiet.
Could you tell me what you were doing at the scene of the accident?
I was working on the square's statue. I work for the council, I swear it.
Do you ever work with electricity?
Yes, sometimes. I repair electric lampposts, but I'm not a specialist. I swear it. It's new, isn't it? And complex and dangerous.
I understand.
Mr. Holmes, I know you're a great detective and you understand me, so please let me go. I know nothing, I swear...
Yes, you swear it, I know. Mr. Fowler, does the name Rasco ring any bells with you?
First time I ever heard it, I swear.
But your tattoo resembles his. You are in his gang, are you not?
No, it was a long time ago. I already forgot, I swear it. I just picked a few pockets for him when I was a young fellow. But I ain't proud of what I did. All my family, my parents, my brothers, dogs and cats all died when I was a lad. I wouldn't have survived otherwise.
Please, escort this suspect for interrogation. Good day to you, sir. My name is Sherlock Holmes.
Thomas Garrett. Why am I here?
You are a witness to murder.
Of course. Well, it wouldn't be the first time that the police jailed an innocent man in order to close a case.
No one has been charged yet.
Yet.
Did you perhaps see anything in particular during or after this disaster?
Yes, I saw part of your bourgeoisie burn up and explode. It was spectacular.
Why did you remain in the square? Why not seek shelter?
Like the rest of the sheep, there were some wounded comrades, workers. I wanted to help them.
You have a severe cough. Are you suffering?
It's only a cold.
Why not be honest with me? You are spitting up black fluid.
Ah, well observed. Yes, I have enough coal dust in my lungs to fuel an entire London district.
You were a miner then?
Since the age of 13, yes. At the Newcastle mines. 15 years of hell. Those were bloody times. But now it's over. I don't want to die in those holes like my father and my brothers did, in order to line the pockets of the rich.
Do you have any electrical knowledge?
How do you know about that? You a mind reader?
There are electrical wires amongst your belongings.
Clever. Yes. I teach electrics to my comrades, since I'm currently without paid work. I'm self-taught, so we're not as dumb as you might think. And I don't want to work for bosses anyway.
Mr. Reginald Butcher, I come from Scotland Yard. Might we talk?
All right, but not too loudly. She's finally asleep.
Is she your daughter?
My pretty little Meryl. She's very ill. Now look, I'm sorry I ran, but I had to see Dr. Blowberry today and the policeman wouldn't listen.
Don't worry. I understand now. What do you do for a living, Mr. Butcher?
I work at the office of the Underground Electric Railways Company.
Then you must be familiar with electrical devices.
I am indeed. Why do you ask?
It is of no consequence, but tell me, what are the reasons behind the problems you're experiencing at work?
Problems? What do you mean?
You have already received a written warning.
Yes. I'm often late to work. My boss doesn't understand my situation. It's difficult since my daughter became ill.
I see. Coincidentally, we found one of your company's cabs in the square where the accident occurred.
Really? Why was it there?
I have no idea. Do you?
No. But a week ago we had a technical cab stolen, along with its tools. Do you think that could be the one?
It's possible.
Meryl's asleep.
A young woman lost her life. Mr. Butcher's wife. Admission file at Karolinska University Hospital in Stockholm. Can she be cured?
It'll take a long time, but I'm confident that we'll win this fight. I can't bear to think otherwise.
Yes, it's probably just a question of money.
What are you talking about? It's a question of willpower, and my daughter will win.
I do hope so. Although the treatment at the Karolinska University Hospital is very expensive.
Ah, Yeah, it's our only hope. Thanks to the good Dr. Blowberry, she finally has a bed. We're going out next week. It's our last chance. Do you have children?
Yes. I have a daughter too.
We'd sacrifice our lives for our children, would we not?
Yes. Of course, yes.
We've discussed everything, I think.
Merrill Butcher.
Release him, please. He's not guilty.
It's terrible. Electrical. It's terrible. Electrical wires. Whiskey. Of poor quality. My life. Morale. Thick leather. Reginald Book.
It's a mistake, I swear it. I shouldn't be here.
Condemn me to death. That's your job, after all.
Locked.
This is an absolute disaster.
There was a collision here. Mud. Oof, smells bad. The lock was forced. A trail of mud goes through the entire room. There's no space for this lock. A workshop. Saleable items are produced here. Mud. Oh, smells bad. It looks as though the carpet was placed here intentionally. An old access point to the sewers.